What's up, everybody? How's it going? Season 2 Savage Grind podcast coming right at you. I got my man, Ben, the Gorilla Knocker, coming at you. So we got some special content we want to bring to you. It's the end of the year. We know your sales may be declining a little bit. So we want to make sure that you're staying where you need to be, elevated, always delivering, always helping out those homeowners. So I brought my man, Ben, on to really give you some sales 1, 2, 3 tips, how to make sure you're staying at your A game at the end of the year. And without further ado, my man Ben, let everybody know who you are and how you came to be this door-to-door guerrilla salesman.
Yo. Thanks a lot. Thanks so much for having me, Daniel Joseph.
My pleasure.
We just got done with the training. Man, you got a great bunch of energetic, young, forward thinkers, young entrepreneurs. I love the energy in there. Thank you so much for inviting me today. My name's Ben Menchaca. I'm originally from Chicago. Yeah, shout out Chicago. I'm back in town. First time since COVID.
Wait, before we go any further, what side of Chicago are you from? Because I had another guest on that was from the north side, and I'm from the south side. So where are you from?
Okay, so let me clear that up before I get in trouble with this guy. I'm from the Chicago suburbs. But we all, when we're not here, we all say we're from Chicago. I'm from DuPage County, Wheaton area.
Oh, he's from Wheaton. All right.
Yeah, but my boys are from Berwyn. It's all good. You know?
All right, cool. We'll give you a pass.
Yeah. So anyways, my name is Ben Menchaca. I got into, this is my 4th year in the industry. I'm getting a lot of attention just because of door knocking, right? It changed my life. It really did.
I love it because I really resonate with you just because just like for you, it's changed my life. And it's like, it's an industry that typically is frowned upon and it's not looked as a professional. We were just talking about this earlier, as a professional trade or a career. But it has literally changed the trajectory of my life, my legacy, my family. Now we have a family-owned business here. And it's been a phenomenal, I don't even know how to explain it, but I can't put it into words, but it's like brought me to who I am, right? My real why I'm here and my purpose. And it's all stemmed from knocking on doors. And so when I meet other door-to-door salespeople, I really feel that connection with them because it's a career or a trade or a profession that most people look down on. And it's like, dude, it can literally make a ton of money and change a lot of lives and help, which is most important, help a lot of people. So that's why I really wanted to bring you on Savage Grind podcast, because I see we have a very, very similar story.
Absolutely. And I love what you said. Just by seeing you work with the family, you got something to bring the family into where everybody could have a little bit of piece of the pie. The pie is huge in this industry. A lot of people have their preconceived notions about door-to-door people, right? Oh, you're just trying to scam me, or you're just trying to sell me a vacuum or whatever, stuff I don't need. But honestly, what happened was, dude, we increased the value of the home for the price of the deductible, not a hard sell at all. What the challenge is becoming is getting people's attention, showing them what's available to them, which previously, before they didn't know was available. We're there to get their attention, be creative, be kind of funky and get their attention, but to have the facts and just show them, hey, you pay your premiums every year without using them. And then when a storm occurs, you have this option to use it. And we basically show them how to use it in the proper way.
Absolutely. And I always love to word it to my homeowners like, we have this opportunity, because that's clearly what it is. When you have a storm environment and you have a natural occurrence that happens, whether it's tornado, wind, hail, lightning, that's an act of God, and within their policy, and keep it straight, right? If you're not a public adjuster, don't talk about policy, right? But if you are, like I am, we're gonna talk about policy. Like in the policy, you are entitled to submit a claim on to get back to pre-storm condition, right? So it is a service that I love offering and educating my homeowners on, to try to just show them like, look, without this storm, you're gonna be a short end of a stick as far as your loss is concerned and the value of your home, right? If you have all your neighbors around you getting new roofs and the opportunity to get it built back to pre-storm condition, you might as well jump on the bandwagon, take advantage.
I like to explain to my homeowners, when's the closest time to now you think you're going to come out of your pocket 50 grand for the home renovations of your home, or 20 grand, or whatever the case may be? Probably not very soon in the near future. Why don't we take advantage of the opportunity that you've already been paying for? How many times do you think they paid for that roof over the years, right?
Yeah, it's depending on how long they have that policy. 10 years, you've already paid for that roof.
A couple times.
Yeah. So that's amazing. And a lot of it is just making homeowners aware of what opportunity they have in front of them to get the roof built, and doing that with integrity, right? Doing what you say. There was one thing you said earlier: do not promise things that you cannot fulfill on, right? And I'm a big stickler on that, of not over promising people what I cannot do. I sell with utmost honesty at the door, and I know my capabilities and where my limitations are, and being aware of what your limitations are as a salesperson, and not trying to just get a sale to get a sale to get an ink, because at the end of the day, the inks don't matter. It's the approvals that matter, right?
Absolutely. Approvals and picking up checks. That's what we get paid for in this industry. It doesn't matter how many inks you sign if you don't pick up, the paper or get the approval. Exactly. I see a lot of people, I came into this industry wanting to hit the high marks, be on the leaderboard, have the most inks. But what I found is we get paid for creating positive results in our homeowners' behalf.
Absolutely. And right now is a special time, right? It's towards the end of the year where we start seeing sales reps and sales managers. They're trying to kind of take the comfortable route, right? So what are some tips that you can kind of offer the audience for those sales managers and owners out there to kind of help their sales force give that last push for the end of the year?
Well, first I'd like to say is that, we were talking about it earlier. As people selling in the Midwest, we are compressing 12 months of income into 6 months. We go from, start to finish. We are not finished yet. When there's the temperatures above the 40s, and we still have time to go out there and get inks. I know last week I was out. I spent 2 hours out in the field. I haven't really been in the field. I've been traveling and training. But once I got out there, did the activity, I lined up 2 inks in 2 hours.
There you go.
It's just like old hat, like riding a bike, right? Yeah. Once you get back on. But the tips I would say is just keep your focus on, keep the main thing, right? All we do is go out, we go out and take people's temperature, see where they're at, see if they qualify for what we have to offer. We're knocking on the door, we're collecting a decision. Yes, no, maybe, later, follow up with me in the spring. I like to say my favorite is do the activity, don't get attached to the results.
I love that.
It's the law of averages.
Yeah.
That's not how you want to always operate. But once you get better, the averages get better in your favor because you're sharpening the axe. The mastery comes from the doing. Right. And here's what you say. You might not get any inks going towards the end of the year, but you're sharpening that axe to be more prepared than the next guy for next year. So you're always getting something out of the activity, even if it isn't instantaneous or it comes to an approval right now. But my biggest advice, do the activity, follow through, and that'll set you up for success in the spring.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing that I love that Ben's talking about is action, right? I've seen a lot of people just lose the game because they're not committing to the action, right? And I've seen salespeople that are very, very talented in this space and could produce very, very well, but because they rely on their talent and they kind of let loose off the gas and they're not putting in that effort and that action, that I've seen people with less talent make way more money because they just believe in hard work, grind, and grit, and they can trump talent every single time. So to me, what I have been able to do for us at Savege, at Roofing and Solar, is having the daily meetings, right? I require daily meetings for my managers and for those that want to be managers, right? You set that hope for them. If you want to become a manager, I need you to come every single day at 9 a.m. here, because that's setting them in motion, right? Let's come, let's talk about leadership, let's talk about training, let's talk about what we're gonna do this week. And that can set the pace to get out and get on some doors, right? And that's what's been kind of like my set for motion and momentum for these guys to keep continuing every single month, bring in sales. And for other organizations where I see where they're failing, is they're just not setting expectations for their sales reps.
Absolutely.
Right? And because we as owners and managers have to set that expectation for them. We need you here. We need you to do this. This is what you have to do. This is what we need you to produce, and holding them accountable to it. Right?
The A word, right? Accountability. It's so much of us. Hey, there's stuff in my life that I have to change as well. Even though I'm good in this one particular part of my life, now I got to work on the health. And there's accountability effect of that, the A word. But I like what you said, setting the intention, setting the expectation of what can, will, must occur if you're going to stay in this organization and be part of the Savage Grind team. Here's the thing. There's a saying that says, stay close to the fire.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Keep it hot.
These meetings that you all attend.
Keep it warm.
You got to keep close to the people that are the
Keep
same
the heat
direction.
coming.
Yes, same direction as you.
My wife just came in the room. It's hot in here.
Yeah, you got to stay on the same. Everyone's on the same page when you have these meetings. Everyone knows what's they're accountable for, what's expected of them. And, awareness is the key to change. You might not know something until someone makes you aware of it. Then you can do something about it.
Check it out. Look at, if none of this sales advice is working for you, here's a good nugget that I know works. Get yourself a Latina. She's going to hold you accountable. Trust me. She's going to have some expectations. She's going to have some wants. She's going to have some needs for you. Because if you're lazy getting out of bed, trust me, my Latina mommy Puerto Rican not going to let me sleep in. All right. So if none of this stuff works, that's the, last resort.
That sounds like solid advice right there.
I mean, we got to keep it a little humorous too, with the education and everything. It gets, I don't want to lose the audience sometimes, but it's just too much sales talk, but keep it a little light. But
Right.
It's true, if you got to find it goes back to what your why and what your purpose is, right? And if it's not like, hey, I have my family, I have my wife, I have my children, I have my goals. Like, you gotta find that why, because it's super important to keep you motivated on those down days when we're fortunate today, the sun's out, it's beautiful, 60 degrees here in Chicago. But you have those days where it's cloudy, it's raining, it's dreary outside. It really drains from your energy. And you gotta find that why. You gotta dig in internally, like, this is what I set my goals for my family. This is what I want to do. And you got to dig for it to come out and do that action, because without the action, it's all meaningless.
No,
right?
exactly. It's just all talk. And here's the thing, like, I tell people ask me all the time, that's like one of the number one questions I get on my coaching calls is, how do I stay motivated? I don't feel like knocking. How do you stay out there that long? These people are like this and that. Here's the thing, man. Like, you have to find something outside of yourself greater, whatever that may be. Maybe it's materialistic, maybe it's financial, maybe it's spiritual, whatever it is, got to be bigger than you, because there's peaks and valleys in sales, and you don't want to stay too long in the valleys. They're going to happen. But what I like to tell people, hey, if you want a favorite car, what's your favorite vehicle?
Oh man, I love Ford. I've been a Ford guy for the past 5 years, and right now I got my eyes set on the new V8 Ford Raptor that's supposedly coming out this year.
Right on, the Ford Raptor.
Yeah.
So Ford Raptor, great. I find out what makes them move, what makes them tick. All right, go to the dealership today. Go sit in that Ford Raptor. Get your feel, get the smell, get the feel of the
Feel it
leather.
purr.
Just move that seat
The
up to the
V8
perfect spot.
V8 Rumble.
Yeah, get you that feeling. And then when you're having a hard time, or Mr. and Miss Smith's telling you to get the hell off their property, it carries you forward. It carries you to the finish line, because that's what it's all about, right? Starting and finishing. We don't get paid just to start. There's a lot of part-time finishers in the sales.
Yeah.
They start, but the finishers are the ones you hear about. The finishers are the ones you remember, and the finishers are the ones that can provide for their family and secure their legacy.
I love it, man. And I just want to truly thank you. Spending time. I know your time is very valuable. You're in Chicago. We were able to capture this time together. But for my audience out there, where can they find more of you? I know you're doing some consulting now and some training for our people. Where can they find you at? and get some more value for them if they want to train their team.
Absolutely. And thank you for that. I appreciate the plug. So I do, if you want one-on-one training, I offer training through roofingschool.com with Dmitry Lipinski. Shout out Dmitry Lipinski. The guy really blew up my career. If you haven't seen, type in roof sales on YouTube, and I'm the first guy that comes up. Check that video out. But you can reach me through Dmitry Lipinski for Roofing School. I think he charges $299, $399, $499. Get in where you fit in. And I also have my own calendar. DM me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Get a hold of me. We could set a, I do, 15, 30-minute hour consulting. If you want me to fly out and train your team, we can talk about that well. If you're into clothing, Door-to-Door Sales Drip is my door-to-door clothing line. The Gorilla, come see the Gorilla on D2D Sales Drip. But either way, any other social platforms, you could find me. Just DM me. I'm super approachable. I want to help. This industry has blessed me so much. I get to meet people, entrepreneurs like him, owners. I'm a salesman, guys. This is an owner. It puts me in touch with great people. I love this industry, and anything I could do to help your sales career, I'm down.
And one thing that really, really I love about you is, number one, your passion for sales, your passion for the industry, and you care. You have a really cool brand that I love, and you care about one thing and the most important thing, God. And I want to bring my wife. My wife's in the studio today, and I want to just bring her up here because I know she is a real big believer in Christ, and you hit on that a little bit when you were talking to my sales guys. And I just want to have my wife come up and introduce her to the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know we
Get
caught
up
it
here.
off guard, and this is how we do Savage Grind Podcast. It's not always, it's never scripted. It's always just off the cuff. And my beautiful wife has been a big part of everything here that we do at Savage Grind Podcast, and meeting phenomenal people that believe in the Lord. And just like my man Ben says, what's one thing that we can talk about that we could share with everybody in our audience, why it's important to have a higher power?
Because greater is he in you than he in the world. And I say this all the time, and that's why it really touched me to my heart when you said the creator gave you your wisdom, and you came here and you said, I'm here to create. And I said, man, that's the one takeoff that I got out of this is I have the mind of Christ. You have the mind of Christ.
Yes.
Who's the winner and the champion? Christ. He's never failed. He's always won. He created this beautiful, beautiful earth. So,
And God, here's the thing. I didn't know for a long time what my special talent was or what my skill set was. I bounced from job to job. I bounced from addiction to addiction and all kinds of things. But once I found the Lord, and he brought door-to-door sales to me. He brought something that he knew that I'd be good at. But what I said today is you got to understand, we come from a creator. We come from royalty. Having known that now, that's the foundation for everything. If we come from a creator, we can create.
Yes.
I love that. You hit on that so well. And I'm like, man, I was just thinking about that. That's why I wore this shirt right here at Yeshua. That's Jesus.
Beautiful.
The name above all names. I wore this today for what? Look at, I got, God brought you here and introduced you to me.
Absolutely.
Such a
It's all in
How
his
that works
plan.
out.
Yeah.
So everybody, baby, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you coming
Remember, don't be average, be savage.
We want to say thank you, Nikki, Roof Queen. Go look her up. She's on Instagram. That's my beautiful wife, blowing up the platform. So you guys, again, we want to thank you for coming out watching. We're dropping content for you guys every Wednesday on YouTube. You can go find me on Facebook, Daniel Joseph, Savage Grind. You can find me on Instagram, Savage Grind, TikTok, Savage Grind. And I want to thank you again, brother. It's been a phenomenal, great morning with you today. And I know your time is valuable. We appreciate all your nuggets and your knowledge. And I just want to say, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And remember, like I always say, don't be average. Go be savage, baby. I love y'all. Deuces.
Hey.